All right, everyone. We are here for the first session of Pirates of Gulaar. First of all, I just want everyone to go around and introduce their character a little bit. Kevin, we'll start with you.
Yeah, sure. Has our group fought together at all yet, or I'm just trying to get an
over the
idea of
past
that
month.
introduction?
Yes, you've all been together for 1 month.
Be taking on the role of Jin. What you know about Jin is he tends to be a little bit quieter. Doesn't really keep to himself. More will stay with another one of the group, Tonic, who over the past month you found is his sister. And basically, Jin is human. Anytime we fought, anytime that we've had some combat, his big tactic, he goes right in, he punches, you'd absolutely take him for a monk. Does seem pretty good with a bow, though. So a few times, he'll fire off a round with a bow and then rush in to hit. Has been a few times in combat, if it's gotten dicey, that you'll see a little Orb of Darkness appear around him. And basically, when he walks out of it, the other thing doesn't. So he'll cast the little Orb of Darkness on himself, go punch, 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 kick some ass, and then the other thing doesn't walk out. If we've basically just been on a boat, as I said, he's more or less kind of kept to his sister, talked a bit to some of you, shared a beer, shared a drink. Isn't too open about who he is or anything in the past. Best you know of him is he's just looking for some money and looking for some work.
Alrighty, Zach? You're muted, buddy.
Zach, you're muted. Yeah.
I'm going to be playing a Dragonborn named Ryagzire Yersinia. Ryagzire is a black Dragonborn with like a golden glint to the edge of his scales. He doesn't wear armor, and he gives you the creeps.
All right.
He just kind of still working on the backstory part of it, but he's very seemingly devout, but mostly just keeps to himself. It's just out here, probably like a lot of people, just kind of to probably avoid something back on shore.
All right, James.
That's what I got.
All right. I am playing Daria Kaplani. She's a human. She's a bard. And she sort of represents the bardness, like, she's a storyteller. She's sort of bigger than life. She's, her sort of great ideal is, she claims, regardless of any truth in the statement or not, that she comes from a noble family, that one day she hopes to sort of reclaim her title. I don't think anyone she's ever told that to has believed her. But that's sort of how she goes life. She sort of sees herself as a sort of the slighted princess reclaiming her throne, and she's out to make that claim and become legendary herself. So,
Alrighty, Drew.
All right. So I'm playing Rathborin. He is a half-elf thief, and he's more outspoken than maybe some of the rest of you. He's the kind of guy that tries to take everybody out for drinks, but then in the morning you kind of realize that the cost of the drinks has come out of your wallet. And you also don't get a lot of personal information from him, even though he's laughing and telling jokes and sort of trying to be the life of the party. That's about all I got.
All right, go ahead, Ed. Take it away.
So I'll be playing Tonic. She's a human. She's part warlock, part cleric. She's pretty open about it. She worships the goddess Seluna. It's on her shield. She wears a breastplate and a shield. She carries no weapon. She has a quarterstaff, basically uses it as a walking stick. She drops it in combat. She carries a couple daggers that probably in the last month you've had at least one opportunity to witness as a cleric She's pretty ruthless when interrogating, and she uses the daggers for that. Outside of that, you may have noticed that everyone but Jin is second in line for heals. She's extraordinarily devoted to her brother, and they seem to be looking for the same thing. You have no idea what that is, or if it's something. They're often talking together. They're pretty loyal to the party. That's not the issue, but they're also pretty secretive. She's staggeringly gorgeous, just like my voice.
Such great voice acting too, I might add.
Yeah, right. I thought about it for like a minute, and I was like, yeah, fuck that, because once beers start happening, or I go outside and light a pipe. But so that's her. She's a really she's a very dark cleric, but she's human, dark-souled cleric. She's really quiet most of the time. I'll just let you guys figure out when that time is not, but I won't give it to you. It'll be pretty obvious.
All right. Sounds good. With that, everyone should have a vague idea of how this party is going to turn out. And let's begin. So you've been at sea for more than a month, and the wait has grown tiresome aboard the ship Moon's Light. The island of wealth that Captain Rorik has been searching for may be no more than a tall tale as far as you're now concerned. Storms rage and toss the ship around like a child's rag doll. You may have your own reasons for joining the crew back in Tassua, but whatever they were, they likely didn't include this. This morning, a heavy fog sets in, and the first mate, Mattinson, and the 5 of you are on skeleton duty while the rest are sleeping silently in the decks below. So who's in the crow's nest?
I'll do it.
I can jump up there. Oh, if you want to go, you're fine.
Yeah, I'll do it. Is it more in the middle of the night? Because that would be his style, right?
It's actually early morning. It's around first twilight, around 4:30 or so in the AM.
That 4:30, that works. Yeah, first twilight. That's fine.
Okay. Let me get Zach back on the players start. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, if you would. Just
Normal.
Zach's character. Yeah. Nice. You don't have any. Wow. Okay. And we
That's the way
are
to start
using
tonight.
that variant where if we roll a 20. So go ahead, roll another one.
To anyone watching or to Ed, who I'm not sure is aware of it, in our variant, if you roll a natural 20, you can roll a second 20-sider. If you score 10 or higher or 11 or higher?
I think
It's actually a 16 to 20.
16 to 20, that's right, we changed it. So a 16 to 20 will give you an permanent +1 to that skill up to 3 points if it's
you're
not a proficiency.
Yes.
Up to 5 points if it is one of your proficiencies. If you roll a 1, the same thing can happen, but the opposite. You can lose part
Yes.
of that.
And we'll,
I was gonna add story. Go ahead.
all right. So,
So I would just say Ryexire is pretty much too big for this crow's nest. Probably, he's well over 6 feet tall. He's like 6'6",
yeah.
close to 300 pounds, and doesn't wear armor. So
That would be the case, but over the month that you've been in here, you found this group, the 5 newcomers that you are to this ship, have been on this duty more often than not, and you've actually installed a little handrail more at waist height for you.
okay.
So, very briefly, with the heavy fog set in, you see a ship that's there 1 second, and then you're about to raise the alarm, and it's not there.
How far off was it?
It was about 1,000 feet away. Not quite within cannon's range.
Is it disappeared? Is it like a foggy night or something, or is it supernatural?
You're not quite sure. You just see it there 1 second, and the next, it's not. It could have been hidden by the mist.
Can I roll again just to keep looking for it again? To try and lock back onto it? I mean, I know the general...
Yeah, spend the next minute. Go ahead and roll perception.
How's the weather?
The weather it's clear.
Than it should?
It's
temperature-wise.
Temperature-wise, it's brisk, but that's to be expected as you believe that you're a little southwest of Tassua.
Fog isn't creating an unnatural cold, is what I'm kind of getting at. I'm not.
No, it doesn't feel like that. No, it doesn't. It's not icy cold. It's just brisk. Probably in the low 60s.
I roll at 18.
Okay. Again, you see it, and you're trying to discern if it disappears or it's the fog.
Once I see it the second time, I raise the alarm.
All right. What are you four doing? The rest of you. As the alarm is raised, a bell clatters off.
I imagine in a almost classic comedic manner, Daria basically falls out of her cot in a crash of armor and scimitars and pistols and sort of drags herself to her feet, grumbling and wiping sleep from her eyes.
Yeah. All right. Everyone else is kind of on deck, readying. What are you readying?
Raph stops carving his name into the side of the boat.
Okay.
Looks up around.
You're like, oh, yeah. By the way, there's one main mast, and a not quite a foremast, as the secondary mast is actually behind the main mast.
So is that our ship or
that's your ship.
Okay, how many masts? I was trying to determine how big the ship was by counting the masts, I guess.
Their ship is significantly bigger. Your ship, by the way, Moon's Light, is around 75 to 80 feet long, 30 feet wide. It has 3 decks on it. Essentially, there's the top with the poop deck. There's the middle deck, which is where everyone sleeps, and then supplies are kept in the lowest deck. You have 6 cannons, 2 in the aft, and 2 on the starboard and 2 on port, and no forward-facing cannons. It's mainly meant for quick running, not exactly a hardy ship, but the ship that you think you saw is at least twice that size.
Okay. Yeah, definitely raising the alarm.
Yeah.
What are we carrying? Do we know?
Whatever your character has on you.
No, I mean the ship.
The ship. Yeah.
Oh, the ship. Right now, it's mainly just supplies. There's a chest that the captain keeps locked up. You guys have been on your way to some island that the captain doesn't really talk about to the crew. It just says that there's mass riches involved and that everyone will be rewarded. But he does keep a locked safe in his cabin, which is underneath the poop deck.
I guess I might have to run up to Rags. Well, he sounded the alarm. Where's it coming from?
You saw it north, starboard side.
I yelled on starboard side. Something's up. It keeps disappearing. It's not staying steady. 1,000 feet away, twice our size.
Coming towards us?
I can't tell direction.
Yeah. It was on the starboard side, by the bow, so it's in front of the ship, starboard.
Yeah, can I roll again?
Which,
Yeah, I'm just there looking, trying to look for it.
yeah. Everyone, go ahead. Who's looking for it? Make a perception check. At this moment, you actually see the other 8 deckhands that are also on the ship climb up. There's Lonnie, Tauron, Melgum, Radish, Manny, Ulrich, Calvin, and Sutton. And I'll repeat those names when the time is necessary.
That
The
doesn't make any sense.
navigator.
Could you paste them in?
I will.
Sorry.
The navigator and the master gunnery are nowhere to be found yet.
Quick question for you.
Yes.
Gaming. I clicked the perception button. It does have me as a +5 on that. For some reason, you can see it on my list. It's only +2. Any reason that it's checked, so it should get my proficiency?
Yeah, let me check.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not meaning to slow it up. I feel like everything on the sheet is right, but I should get my proficiency bonus to it, and I'm not.
Yeah. Let me check. Let me see. Skill options. Normal. Yeah, I don't understand why.
All right.
Whenever that happens, just
21
let me-
then.
Yeah, just let me know. 21. All right. That's odd. Let me see if it does on mine too. Yeah, it did on mine
Yeah,
too.
it
That's
does,
weird.
but
All right, we'll figure that out later during a break. So we have a 19, a 21, and an 18. Jin, you notice something slip in and out of the fog, except it's no longer on the right side, starboard side of the ship. It's now on the left side, and it's around 400 feet.
400 feet away.
Yeah.
Last call was 1,000.
Yeah.
I point immediately to it. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights,
Okay.
and I want to put that maximum range 120 feet in front of us, the 4 dots.
Okay.
My hope is to confuse a ship that they think that's where we are.
Okay.
I like it. I'll follow suit. Dancing lights as well.
Okay.
And I want to snuff all the lights on our ship.
Okay. It takes a little bit to climb up there. It takes about 30 seconds or so to climb up to all the lights and shut off all the lights as all the deckhands raise to the alarm. Tauron and Melgum are climbing the sheets, essentially trying to snuff out the mast lights. And everyone goes silent as it's just
Should be.
just the ship and the water swaying ever so slowly through the fog. And Master Gunnery finally comes out. His name's Shem. And he goes up to you, Drew. What's your character's name? I need to.
Rathboren.
Rathboren. He goes, Rathboren. Aye. We should take care of the cannons on the port side.
I just sort of nod at him and follow him over there.
All right, you two slowly make your way there. Does anyone else want to do anything right now?
I want to keep a watch out for it. It simply is moving way too fast.
It is moving
based on what our
extremely
Dragonborn
fast.
friend said.
I'm gonna move up next to Jin, try and see if I can see what he sees.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep looking up starboard side.
All right. Shem instructs you to grab their Rathboren. He instructs you to grab a thing of round shot, 1 round, and load it in as he pulls forward the cannon ready to fire.
Is Captain awake?
Sure.
The captain at this moment storms out. Oh, what seems to be the situation?
And what was the captain's name?
Rorik.
Rorik.
Rorik. All right.
We've either got something supernatural on the water, or we've got more than one on the water. I ain't for trusting the fog, and I'm thinking that whatever it is, I want to be ready for a fight.
All right. Good eyes. Good eyes. All right. Go round up the rest of the deckhands. Ready the cannons. I see Shem's already on one.
I take back the firebolt thing, and I think instead I want to do minor illusion.
Okay.
And I want to put a person floating out there in the water, not by the ship, but next to the ship. Just a person floating and
Okay.
screaming for help.
No problem. Oh, you having him scream for help?
Just help me, save me, help me.
Can't do it with minor illusion.
Can't
Yeah.
do both.
You
Create a
can't.
sound or an image.
Yep.
Okay. How about this floating dead body? Okay, never mind. I don't know. Never mind. No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
It was worth a shot.
All right. So far, one cannon is ready, and that is your cannon there, Rathborn.
Gotcha.
Everyone make a perception check.
Okay.
As the mist sprays up.
Apparently, I'm looking too hard for flags.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead and roll d20 there, Jin.
I
Still sleeping.
I mean, yeah, you rolled a 1. Remember the variant roll.
oh, God
Yeah.
damn it.
I know. It's terrible. Hey,
He
looks
says
like
with a
you're
smile
good.
on his face.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, no one sees anything, but the navigator, Beecham. So he says, "There she is." Huh? What's that? She's disappeared again. She seemed about 400 feet off to the port. She's
I'll look
moving.
where he's gesturing.
Yeah. She says, she's moving too fast. Yeah, you don't see anything. Everyone looks, and there's nothing there.
So who's steering the ship? Are we like trying to
Beecham.
keep like?
Beecham
So is
is
Beecham?
he's at the
Is he
helm.
spinning us around, kind of trying to keep the cannons?
Yes,
in
he's trying to keep
direction?
it directly port so that
Okay.
we can unload on them if need be.
All right.
And the captain now is giving him direction, essentially. By now, both of the port side cannons are ready to fire, and everyone else that's not actively looking for the ship has their arms ready.
What's the aft? Because there was 2 in the aft, 2 on starboard, 2 on port. Is aft the rear end of the ship?
Aft
Yeah.
is the
Okay.
there's the stern, but for now I'm really just using
Which is the
starboard. The bow is the front.
Bow's the front. Okay.
Should be, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the bow's the front, starboard is the right, port is left, as when you're front facing a ship. When the ship's facing front, I believe. Okay. So, and all of a sudden, the ship appears. It's outside of the fog. There's now you guys are kind of in the center ring of fog, and it starts clearing up. And all of a sudden,
I'm gonna come down.
okay, as you
Let's
start
right
on your way down, you get your left leg over, and all of a sudden there's a monster ship directly beside your ship, and it lets loose. And Drew,
Yes.
I will give you control of Moon's Light, so you can fire The
Anybody on
cannon
deck?
shot.
No. Wait a minute. What am I looking at? Because I'm not on anything
All right.
here.
In
On
the
the world
character
map.
sheet on Moon's Light, you should be able to see it, Drew.
Okay.
Yeah. And a thunderous bellow rings out as all of their cannons just fire onto you, and you can fire back one shot.
Hold on. I'm still on the map.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So they're firing from port.
They're firing direct. They're point
Like,
blank.
They're on our port side. Are they facing us or are they?
They're facing. They're like you're side by side going the same direction.
Okay, so they're
Okay.
broadsiding us.
They're broadsiding exactly, and they let loose a broadside, and you fire two cannon shots if you would.
Yes.
Are they?
Anybody in sight?
Yeah, are they close
yes.
enough to board? Oh, okay.
And I know that's actually the wrong side of the ship. My bad.
Yep. Oh, that's starboard.
Yes, okay.
That's starboard. I meant to say they're on.
There's a giant one. Oh,
right.
Jesus.
All right. A 9 does not hit, but 13 does, and it actually takes off a good 4 of them as it shoots right there, even though the ship's on the wrong side. That's my bad. All right, and I need everyone to roll initiative. Let me get your stuff on there real quick so you can actually do that. So Rathborn's on there.
We can't take a spell attack or anything?
Not in 5th edition, it's a little different how that works. In 5th edition, it's you roll initiative even if you have something readied. All right? And then but no one was surprised, so you can't really take it's weird how it goes. Surprise works in 5th edition. Like, if anything, you were surprised, so you would just get your normal action, if that makes sense.
I just figured in the amount of time we could shoot a cannon, we could cast a spell. But
Maybe. What spell did you have ready?
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, go for it. I'll
So all the cannons are all on the poop deck. They're not underneath at all.
Yeah, the poop deck is this raised section back here, but they're on the main floor.
Like
yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Oh shit, that's loud.
That is.
Loud, but
Sorry.
exciting.
But exciting.
I feel pumped to kill some pirates now. Or to die horribly in the opening session.
Who
However
was
the
it?
dice roll.
Who do I need on there still? Tonic, are you on there? You're not. Doesn't look like.
I am not.
All right, let me ring you up there. That should be
Probably
you.
right near each other then, wherever that.
Rathborn was right here. That's you. I need to add James' character
Thank
over
you.
there. Yeah, no problem. I need to add
Am I
Radish.
I didn't really get out of the.
You're still,
thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I actually
Cool.
need you to make an athletics or acrobatics saving throw.
Look at that handsome devil.
Nice.
Yes, this is a Radish.
Well, when he lost in the name game, he got in looks, so good for that
Yeah.
guy.
This is Captain Rorik that I'm uploading right now, that everyone can see.
Oh,
Yeah,
aren't we a dashing bunch?
yeah. He looks a little bit more travel worn.
Looks like he's ready to kill some witches, is what he looks like.
Yeah. So that's Rorik. Then we have Shem. He's a dwarf, actually, with a brunette look to him. He's got brunette beard, brown beard. Boom, boom. That's him. He's the master gunner. He's actually right there next to you, Rathborn. Actually, Rathborn would be right behind the cannon. Or, yeah. And then we have Tauron. I'm just introducing you guys to the crew. We don't have
I appreciate it.
All right. This guy's name is Tauron. He's just a deckhand. And he was on one of the other cannons. We have Melgum. A very androgynous looking fellow. And we have Lonnie and Manny up still. This is like the music, introducing the cast. This is Lonnie, a jovial looking young man. Jovial, not jovial.
He looks a little both.
Yeah.
He's young and happy looking.
He is young and happy. Manny's up next. He didn't quite get the good looks his brother Lonnie got. He's a sly little devil. And there's the first mate, Mattinson. And this is him showing up right now. A little old. Older than the rest, other than Rorik himself. And Shem, who knows how old Shem is? Dwarves can hide their age pretty well.
It's racist.
Hey, they age gracefully. Something to be ashamed of. Mattinson was up here as well. And others just kind of have no real importance.
Okay.
I don't think so, at least. Beecham, I think, does. Yep, there's one more, Beecham. And that's the last one I'll really introduce that has a proper portrait.
Oh, I love that portrait.
Yeah, that portrait's awesome.
Yep, and Beecham is the navigator. So he's up here. That's not Beecham, this is Beecham. Alright.
Damn, it's a party now.
It's a party now. And as everyone's introduced, Rigzer, how do you want me to pronounce that?
Ryegzire. Ryegzire.
Ryegzire. God damn, all these fantasy names. Ryegzire. You slip, actually, about 20 feet.
Can I try and save the first 10 feet or whatever that is? Acrobatics again?
Yes.
Before I hit?
Absolutely.
So paralyze myself?
Save the first 10 feet. Unfortunately, that's not enough.
That not a save? What's the...
Well,
I think it is 10 for that,
10,
isn't it? To have the first...
Falling.
I don't know.
Let me check. Luckily. Unless it avoids taking damage from the fall. Doesn't really say anything about avoiding the damage. So let's say it's such a short height. Anyways, it doesn't matter too much. So
Okay.
you would manage.
2d6?
Nope, 1d6. You avoid it. It was easy. So you take 3 damage.
Yeah, I'm not paralyzed.
Yay! Way to start.
All right.
I'm working it out.
Daria sort of looks over at you and is like, I thought your ancestors could fly.
All right, now everyone, roll initiative. If you don't know how to do that, you can just click on your character and then go to your character sheet and hit initiative. It'll automatically add to the turn order.
Wow, again, it doesn't add.
Really, it's so weird. We'll
figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, we'll
should
figure
be
it
12,
out.
if you can change it to 12.
Yeah, I can change it to 12 indeed. If anyone's is different, you let me know, and we can fix that. and I'm making sure everyone's hit points are set up. Represents hit points.
We lose tonic. Of course we did, just as the battle starts.
I know, right?
Man overboard!
There he
Man
is.
down.
He's
There we
back.
go.
He's back.
There you are.
False alarm. It's just an illusion spell.
All right.
Someone was goofing around.
And let's see, where's Rorik at? Oh, this is Rorik. So the crew is essentially going to go on Rorik's turn, like all the deckhands,
Okay.
except for you guys. You guys will have your own.
We rolling an ish? Sorry,
Yes.
did I miss? Okay, my bad.
You bring up your sheet.
Yep,
You
I
got
got
it. Yeah.
You select your character and you bring up your sheet, and it should automatically add. But it's all right if you miss that first step this time. I will do it.
Nice, got it.
No, I mean, I have to add it manually. All right. So is everyone's initiative rolled, except for the bad guys?
Yeah, I rolled a 17, but I didn't click on my token first, so.
Oh, okay, I'll need to add you 2 as well. You got 17, you said?
Yeah.
All right. And let me bring this up. Co-op game? Yes. This is D&D is a co-op game. All right. So let's initiative. Pretty much got nothing there for that. Dang. They suck so bad. All right. Because everyone was looking out, I'm not really going to call this a surprise round. So, you just fell prone.
Okay.
So it's your movement. It's your turn now.
Okay. I stand up and try to hit this guy with a fireball. Or firebolt.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh.
That's a crit. Go ahead and hit the firebolt right underneath there. Or, just so you know, you can hit firebolt.
Oh, hit the
wow. Yeah.
It's 25. Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Just
I
like
get
that, and it automatically rolls crit. In this case, we'll take the other damage. You already rolled it, but from now on, if you don't have it auto-enabled,
Sure.
just click that. All right. So, 11 points of damage to this guy, or yeah, sounds good. His clothes start breaking out in the flames, and he quickly bats it off.
When Ragzire did that, it looked like a little dragon. Like the firebolt had a shape and kind of just a little tail, just kind of opened its jaws.
All right, Goku. Daria.
All right.
Very sexy.
She's gonna draw one of her scimitars in one hand and
Okay.
one of her pistols in the other, and she's gonna try and take a shot at, let's say, this guy.
All right, sounds good.
So,
And you get the sense that there's much more people that are on the ship right now. It's just the Marines. It looks like a contingent of Marines because they all have ropes. This back line has ropes. They're
Okay, well.
look like they're about to swing over on their turn, while everyone at the cannons looks like they're going to start reload their cannons.
Okay, well, it's probably a
and-
decent idea to shoot one of the cannon reloaders then.
Actually,
so,
they don't get
how's the 19 sound?
19. Sounds great. Can you ping the one that you shot again?
Yeah, let me just cancel something.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage, or just hit flintlock pistol. It should.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
As smoke billows out from your flintlock pistol, dealing this person 2 points of damage. Rathboren, it's your turn. You
Daria
just...
looks around at everyone. A graze still counts as a hit.
Yep. Shem.
All right, so-
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, Shem yells at you. Reload! Reload!
That's good. That's my plan.
Okay.
Is that an action?
That's
an
a full action. Yeah.
Okay.
If it's one full action to reload, and it's an action to fire it, but he can do that on his turn.
This other cannon up here has not been fired yet, has it? Why is it not pinging?
Yeah, actually, it has. When you fired both shots, that was you also firing for Manny.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And Tauron. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna reload. That's my action, and then I'm gonna run up. Why am I not clicking on things? Very odd. For some reason, it's not letting me select my token.
That's weird. Let me check that out. That's interesting. Let me represents character Wrathborn. That's odd. Not at all?
Strange. Nope, it's not letting me.
Here, let me just drag him back and see if you can click on the new guy. Oh, you have ruler
I'm
out.
dumb. I'm really dumb.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so that's. I'm just gonna run up to here and be ready to load the next cannon on the next turn.
All right. Sounds good. Meanwhile, Manny and Tauron look at you oddly.
Oh. Just keeps getting worse and worse.
Shem's like, we should reload, and you run off
I'm
towards the
gonna yell.
next cannon.
No, I was reloading that one with
Okay.
my action, and then afterwards I was running up to this other one.
Okay. Okay, so you reloaded this one, and you ran up to the other one. Sounds good. That was the plan?
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay. Jin.
All right. Let's get ourselves a little 15-foot radius Orb of Darkness.
All right, go
And
ahead and
cast on myself, and I'm jumping across.
All right, make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Long jump apparently don't need to.
Oh yeah, it's your strength score.
It's my strength. No, it says you can jump that amount of feet with a 10-foot run. You know, I mean, I can back up and make sure that I can run there and then turn it. As a future thing, is it possible because of Monk I can use Dex, or is it going to have to be strength?
It's fine. You don't have to. You got 10-foot run.
I'm just talking for the future.
Oh, for the future, athletics is strength. Acrobatics is
well, right. The long jump is
either
your
or.
strength score.
Yeah, either or should really athletics.
Because a monk. All right. This is shrouded in darkness. 15 feet from me.
All right.
Is
you should be able to draw a shape.
Yeah.
If you want, you can go to draw shape and go ahead and do that. Is that an action for you?
That is my action.
All right.
That'll be there. Unfortunately, I can't do spheres with my shape. Can I? I can do that.
Yeah, you can't do spheres.
Right.
I feel like if you do freehand, to do alt or something like that, wasn't it?
Oh wait, yeah, you can. It's draw shape, and you hold alt, and drag.
So draw shape, hold alt, and drag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Click and drag.
Beautiful. I kind of fucked that one up. But that's my turn. I will get it.
All right.
Going.
Yeah. Tonic.
I'm gonna cast another Eldritch Blast at that one.
All right.
And where'd you go? It was 13 points in the last one.
Boom, 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 boom. All right. And this one's 2.
12.
And 12. That's right. Because you fire once, use action, and it splits up into 2. Any special color you want your Eldritch Blast to be?
Midnight blue and like midnight purple.
All right. One's blue, one purple, and they both hit as he screams out in pain. All right. since they didn't do their broadside action, they are now going to do it. They are aiming at the ship pretty much, but in these locations, if it hits, let's see here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So is this like a magic darkness bubble?
That is a magical darkness bubble. Dark vision will not pierce it.
Okay.
All right. The ship, by the way, is all oiled up in black, and its sheets are striped black and white. As 4 round shots.
Bastards are so much more piratey than we are.
All right. Drew, go ahead into Moon's Light and see what the armor class is for me, if you would.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
14.
All right. So a 17-14 hit. Do I have the hit points up on that?
You do, but I don't know if I can interact with them.
All right.
It's 250.
All right. Everyone that's in those circles that I just drew, make a DC 14 dexterity save.
All right. I'm in 2 of them. Do you want me to make 2?
Yes, please.
Yay! Thanks, guys.
That's Kev's circle, right? That I'm.
Let's
part
see.
in.
The
big one?
the big one's Kev's, but you're in one of the little ones.
Okay.
All right. Ryzir, it's going to be a wild. Ryexire. You are fine as shrapnel from the bow blows by your head, and you're able to avoid all the damage, as is everyone else. Shem.
Oh, there it is.
All right. Let's see. Shem takes some damage. He has that. He took how much? 5. He took 5 points of damage. Not bad. Who's this guy? Jin, you're not in there. But you hear, even though the cannons are blind, it's still point blank next to your boat as well, as shrapnel just goes all over. But you are out of range of that. And then these guys just push loose. And they all drop their ropes right there, and they all land.